Welcome back to Dirt 5, and today we have the end of the main story, career mode. It is the Red Zone main events, and a special finale at the end as well. We start with the Ultracross main event at Henningvaer, Norway for an Ultracross event. Wolverine starting us off, and he's driving the Volkswagen Cross Sport Baja concept of the X-Cross raid class. Bit of a mouthful, I know. So these are 3 races, one-on-one against Bruno Durand, Wolverine starting us off. Now, these races are never going to be easy. Bruno Durand is in the car he chose. We could have a free choice of any of our X-Cross Raid class cars. And it's always X-Cross Raid across the 3 races. Wolverine getting off to a decent start, taking the lead but going a bit deep on the corner. Got to try and drift it round. Bruno Durand now coming back against him. He's holding first place at this point. Bruno Durand, big burst of speed there, takes first place back. Wolverine has it all to do now to try and get past him. You can see the speed that the car is using on a straight is immense. This is where Wolverine's got to try and make it good in the corners as we go over the jump there. I will say I think this set of main events is probably some of the best driving I've seen from Wolverine so far, and you'll see why. And I think it's a really fitting end to the main story. We are going to have some talking from Donut Radio right at the end of this race, so be aware of that. Just in case I forget to tell you at the end of the race. But there we go. So, Wolverine currently has first place, and he's doing really well. He's holding off Bruno Durand as he keeps trying to get past him. The straights are where Wolverine has a massive disadvantage. Straight line speed of the car he has is nowhere near the same as the car Bruno Durand has, and as you can see straight up the inside there. Left-hander though, Wolverine goes a bit deep, hits the barrier, but does hold first place. Straightens himself up ready for his right-hander. Turns a little bit too early there. Slight error of judgment, but he's still doing well. He's going to end the first lap in first place, getting a bit sideways on the exit of the actual finish line. Right-hander next as he clips Bruno Durand there. There's nothing worse than trying to record a voiceover and your phone goes off and you have to answer it. There we go, back to the race anyway, and Wolverine is still in first place. He is holding off Bruno Durand really well. Bruno Durand trying to come back on the straights, but Wolverine is really doing a very good job of defensive driving here. Left-hander next. Takes it a little bit early. Brakes late though, makes it run perfectly. Fantastic corner there from Wolverine. Bit deep though for this one. He comes off the barrier and still has a slight lead though. And out of sorts on the exit. He's doing really well. This is where Bruno Durand can be strong though. He holds him off really well. I'm assuming blocking your car isn't normally the way to do things. I'd say I'm assuming, I know it's not. Wolverine has his own way of being defensive, and it's working for him. This straight here though, Bruno Durand overtakes Wolverine. Now he's got to try and get it back in the corners again. And another straight gives Bruno Durand a chance to put a little bit of a gap between himself and Wolverine. Wolverine though is on his tail and is all over him. He is not giving up. He is focused on what he needs to do. Left-hander now up the inside, a little bit deep again. He was trying to get him under braking, and obviously went a little bit too deep, not enough brakes. Right-hander now can't quite match him at this point. Right-hander again, and we're going to cross the line for the end of lap 2 to start the final lap. And Wolverine currently he's playing catch-up, so just under a second behind, but he's going to go across here, first place, but too deep again. He's trying to outdo him on the brakes. Just about got away with that as he is just in first place. He's got to make sure this final lap is the best lap he has ever driven. That's the only thing to it. He's got to make sure it works perfectly. Right-hander here, taking that really well. Put enough speed off, but kept the speed high. Nice jump here. Left-hander coming up. And he's done well on this corner before, and a brilliant corner again. Right-hander turned too much there. Takes the barrier on the inside. Left-hander still holding on to first place. These little straights are what are causing Bruno Durand to catch up. Right-hander now. Ooh, just misses the wall there. Very close to the inside. Holds him off currently. Left-hander, got to try and get a spot on. Oh, catches the inside wall. That's going to slow him down. Bruno Durand is on his tail now. He's all over the back of him. Right-hander Wolverine does keep it up there in first place. Bruno Durand is right there with him. The right-hander here. This is where Bruno Durand is going to be strong. This section where it's a bit of a straight. Wolverine has to defend as much as he can. He's got a left-hander now. Turned a bit too early there and gone deep, hitting the wall. Bruno Durand has the lead. This could be all over, I think. I don't see a way of him coming back now on this straight. We know Bruno Durand is quicker on the straight. But no, Wolverine's through.
It's Bruno here. Well, just wanted to contact you to say I hope there's no hard feelings. You ran a hell of a race. Beat me fair and square. And guess what? I had fun. I actually enjoyed every second of that race. Well, up till the end, but still. You know what? Just enjoy the attention, because you really deserve it. Don't get too relaxed, though. Not gonna want to be off that top spot for long. I'll see you around, superstar.
I don't know how Wolverine did that on that final bit before the finish line. I do not know where that burst of speed came from, but Wolverine has won the first Red Zone main event, which will actually finish off the story. We'll have a little bit of a video play just after we've gone through the rewards. What a race! I'm thoroughly impressed with Wolverine. He really battled to the last point, and he come away with the victory. I didn't think he'd done it. I thought, okay, we're gonna have to redo it. I honestly didn't think he had him on that last bit, but from somewhere he pulled out a fantastic move out of the corner, just a better run, and yeah, flew past Bruno Durand right at the end. Right, let's watch the little mini video to say game finished.
Wow. Awesome. I can't believe it. We're all proud of you. The team, man, they're going wild. You're number one, and you are ready to defend it. This is the peak now, superstar. You hold on to it.
You know why you're here. You know who I am. You probably don't care. We are talking total, complete victory with AJ. AJ, it is the Dirt Podcast by Donut Media. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling real good, man.
Dude,
I'm feeling
bet.
real good. What a race. What a race.
Dude, I know. I was absolutely speechless.
No. You were not speechless, James. You were yelling a lot.
Yeah.
Saw a lot of sweat dripping down your forehead.
I can believe that.
Dude, I don't remember anything that happened that day. I totally blacked out. All I remember is AJ won.
So, what was the vibe right before the race?
We talked. We all knew that going in would be pretty intense. We knew that Bruno had the crowd on his side, and honestly, all due respect to Durand, he turned up. He really turned up.
100% agree, dude. There was no luck involved here. It was two racers on absolute peak form, leaving everything out on the track. Just textbook competition.
Yeah, this is a very special victory for your team, AJ. You mentored this racer to victory. It was a big risk. You must be so proud, man.
Super proud. That's the perfect word. And look, we won our way. We never once forgot why we raced in the first place, and I feel a little inspired, to be honest.
I mean, are you gonna finish that sentence? Because it sounds.
All right. It's convinced me to shake off the cobwebs and get back out there.
Yeah!
Just see how it goes.
Oh my God, dude! You can't. If this is some sort of joke, you gotta stop it because I cannot handle this. You're coming back?
Let's just get real,
dude.
You couldn't keep me away if you tried.
Oh man, I was so scared.
This time though, there's no drama. There's no huge goals. There's win or lose. I miss the competition, and you gotta enjoy the comeback.
Oh,
you gotta
dude,
enjoy the comeback.
You keep dropping bombshells like this on this show, man. You retiring. I'm coming back.
I gotta keep you on your toes, man. I don't want you to get comfortable.
Really helps our ratings too. Thank you very much.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Gotta ask. Gotta clarify. Do you have anything particular in mind?
Yeah, seems only right that I would do a rematch if Durand is, still down. Yeah, I see that look. Okay, yeah.
Dude, that is exactly what we wanted to hear.
I want Bruno.
All right, you guys, you heard it here first. Rematch number 2
Amazing.
Coming soon.
Yeah, well, before we get too far down that road, I'm gonna need a warm up. I'm not saying I'm cold, but I don't want to come in, too fresh. And I think I've got the perfect person that make the perfect opponent. I just can't. I can't say anything on the record here. So
Okay, so you're trying to be coy, but AJ, it is painfully obvious who that person is.
I have no idea what you mean. I have no idea.
Okay, so AJ, congratulations to your team. It has been such an honor for our team to be a part of this entire journey for you, and we can't wait to see what you guys got in store. But right now, you guessed it,
All right, you know what? I'm not gonna let you go to break without saying it. Here it is. I'll call it out on your show. Rookie, I'm talking to you. I'm proud of you. But you've been running around, and now you're winning all these races all over the place. Like you're a real hot shot. But there's one more race you got to win. This Saturday, you're going down. Me and you. You got to race me.
Dude, the teacher versus the student this Saturday. We'll be there. Don't be square. Now, can we go to the sponsors?
So you heard AJ there. He is challenging us for a race. That is this final one there, the Superstar race. But before we get to that, we're going to look at the other two main events. The next one is the Icebreaker main event at Roosevelt Bridge, New York, for Icebreaker event. Soldierboy is behind the wheel for this one, and he is driving the ProDrive Hunter of the X-Cross Rallycross. How can we do against Bruno Durand in this one? We have one win so far. Wolverine getting us off to a fantastic start. Now it's Soldierboy's turn on the ice. What can he do? So one-on-one ice races are generally quite easy, I would have said, because you don't have the pack to fight through. But getting away from the other car is the tricky thing. We're up the inside here, and we're in the lead already. As I say, the hardest part of these races is getting away from people. If there's no pack to fight through, I think this will be a fairly simple race. I've done quite a few races on the ice now. I'm confident. I'm confident of a good result. And so far, it is playing into my favour. Bruno Durand, though, is not allowing us to escape. We're not getting away, but we are winning. That's the important part. It's a fairly quick lap as well. We've only got 3 laps to do, and that's the end of the first lap already. And that was a lap of 41 seconds. Wow, okay. Very quick laps and no mistakes, basically. One mistake is going to cost us this race very quickly. So we've just got to make sure we get everything done the way we should. Bruno Durand still nipping at heels there. He's still trying to stop us from winning this race. Left-hander taken very nicely. A little bit slow maybe, but holding nicely. The right-hander followed by the left. And we're drifting round. Yeah, that's good. 45 miles an hour around the corner through this little section. We're coming to the end of the second lap. A little bit of a twitch there as we turned a little bit too early. That would cost us a couple of attempts, but I think we're still okay. Across the line. 39-second lap, and you've got about a second gap on Bruno Durand now. That's quite a large gap considering we're on ice. So as long as we get nice and tidy around here, we should be okay. Felt like I went a little deep there, but still managed to hold the car, keep the car moving. I think Bruno Durand is catching. I've got a feeling, no, the split is the same. So we're still a second up. I think we've done it. Left-hander, pretty nice. Right-hander followed by the quick left. Final corners. We've still got a second. It's gone out a little bit as well, and we're going to come across the final little bend, and we're going to finish across the finish line in first place. A 2-minute race. Bruno Durand never stood a chance. I would put it down to his car not being as good on ice as the one I chose. That would be my thinking, to be honest. But the second win of the main event in the red zone. Confirmation of the rewards coming in now. And then we have a final red zone main event race. The reputation going up there with our new sponsor. Money coming in as well. Okay, we move on to the last race in the red zone main events. This race is the Stampede Main Event at Merrick Butte Reverse, Arizona. Wolverine is back in the car for this one. Now, he did attempt this race first, and he failed to really do very well. He used the same car he used in the first race, which was the Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport Baja concept, and he struggled. So he decided to try a second time with the ProDrive Hunter of the X-Cross Rallycross, the car that I've just used in the ice race. Let's see how he gets on this time. Off the line well, I would say he didn't have as good acceleration as Bruno Durand did, but Bruno Durand, we know, is in a fast car. It's all about corners, especially around this track where corners are everywhere. There's a little bit of straights. It's the corners that are going to be the one that counts. Over the jump, and so far so good for Wolverine. He is in the lead. Left-hander, very nice. Another left-hander coming up here, the banked one. Can we take it round? A little bit deep, but holds it nicely. Quick right-hander, followed by the left. And so far, may have overturned there a little bit. Bruno Durand hitting him as he overturned into his path. But he's okay, still in the lead now. Long left bend here. Trying to drift it. Is he going to catch the inside? No, I had to slow down a little bit there. more than he should have done, mainly because of the barrier. Right-hander went very deep there and then caught the barrier on the left. So Bruno Durand now has the lead. Now Wolverine has it all to do to catch up now. I honestly thought he had this in the bag, but now Bruno Durand is in the lead. It's all about playing catch up, and Wolverine is going to drive his heart out if we're going to finish this in first. Bruno Durand there, left-hander caught the barrier on the inside, just took that too tight, the angle was kind of wrong, but Wolverine is focused. Right-hander braking nicely in the air there to make sure he didn't overshoot. Left-hander, and now we've got the straight to the line. This is where Bruno Durand will always be strong, this straight, so we've got to make sure we're ahead of him on that final lap coming into that straight. About a second down on him at the minute, but Wolverine is catching fast, as you see, as he crackles the back of Bruno Durand there. But he is still playing catch up. Over the jump. The thing is, we know Bruno Durand is fast on the straights. It's the corners where he's slow. And that's where Wolverine can really make up this gap. As he makes it up the inside there for first place. Nice little move there. Can he get around this section? The corners here are very tight and fiddly. Left followed by right. And it can be a bit tricky to get the car to turn the way you want it to. Long left-hander now. He's going a bit all over the place with the car. The car's moving around more than it should do. And that's him on the thumbstick. Just moving too much. He knows he's doing it. Something he's trying to improve on. But I think that's costing him a bit of time in this race. Bruno Durand back into the lead now. He needs to get back centre of the track, which he does. And it's the right-hander, left-hander. Got to get through the rocks here. It does really well to get through there. And he's catching Bruno Durand up again. Kind of clatters in the side of him. Pushes his back end out, but he still keeps the lead. Right-hander here. It's quite a tight one. Followed by a left. Can he catch Bruno Durand on this home straight? I'm not expecting to. As I say, Bruno Durand's car we know is faster on this straight. So we're going to start the final lap. Bruno Durand in the lead by about a second. Wolverine has it all to do. He's got one lap to try and make this good. So we win 3 out of 3 main events. We can't continue unless we win. That's the thing. You have to win these races to actually count as finishing. That's what I say anyway. Second place currently, but he's catching. Left-hander here, going up the inside, taking the lead very deep though. Catching the barrier on exit. Bruno Durand takes the lead back because of that mistake. Left-hander here, Wolverine doing well. Making a few mistakes going deep in the corners. It's generally when he's trying to push and trying to overtake Bruno Durand in the corner. He kind of hopes the brakes will stop him in time, and it's generally a bit late. But he's still trying to make it work. The right hand's going to catch the barrier there on the exit. Can he catch him? It's going to be very close if he does. It's all going to depend on this final corner, I think. I can't see another chance for him really catch him up until that final corner. Straight through there though, really nice that time, didn't have to move too much. And he's caught him up there, that burst of speed worked brilliantly. Round the outside, can he hold it against the fence? Not quite. Bruno Durand has the lead, and we're not far from the finish line now. Right-hander, followed by the left. It's all going to come down to this final straight, isn't it? And up the inside he goes. Bruno Durand is in the faster car on the straight, I would have said, but Wolverine blocks his path a little bit there, making sure he wins. It was close. And to be fair, I don't condone him blocking Bruno Durand's path, but at the same time, I wasn't going to let him lose that either. He does a brilliant drive. Yes, he probably could have taken the lead sooner. A few mistakes with the barriers, but he still wins. It is still first place. Bruno Durand has been defeated in 3 out of 3 races. Wow. That is the red zone almost complete. So there is one race left to do, and this is the superstar finale of the career mode. It is the superstar race at Cape Town Stadium Reverse, South Africa for an ultracross event. Different cars this time. Soldierboy is taking on this final challenge, and he is driving the Volkswagen Beetle Rallycross of the RX Rallycross class. Currently, the previous 3 races Bruno Durand were X-Cross Raid class. This is RX Rallycross class. This is all going to be all or nothing, one-on-one against AJ, our mentor, the guy that's guided us through this career mode so far to date. That is who we're taking on. I'm assuming the only way of finishing in this is a win, and obviously we're going for the platinum, so we have to make sure we finish the whole story. So here we are. It comes down to this race. This stadium is very tight, twisty. Suits 2 cars, to be fair. Each of them racing in a pack. But at the same time, this is a car I've not driven before. Wolverine wanted me to drive it in this event. So I said, okay, let's do it. Not be going into something you need to win with a car you don't know. let's see how we get on in the Volkswagen Beetle Rallycross. And as you can see, AJ already off to a flyer, taking a big lead. We are catching him slowly. Up the inside, can we make it? Not quite. Yeah, no, not quite taking it off him. Into the stadium section itself now. And this is where things really get tight. You've got to be really good on your brakes here, but also carry as much speed as possible. Battling hard with AJ. Bit of jaw rubbing going on, but it's all good. Left-hander now. We've got the inside right-hander. Trying to block the inside from park on the apex there. Say it's an apex, it wasn't really. AJ jumping next to us. Left-hander here. We've got the inside for it, and we're going to hold the lead as we come through the tunnel. Left-hander, this is a really tight section. You've got to be really good on the brakes here, not too much speed. Right-hander as well. Can we make this work? We can. Going to come out of the underground section there. I think that's the parking lot for the stadium, I would have said. We're going to cross the line for the end of lap 1, start of lap 2, and we were in first place. 0.7 seconds up as we cross the line, but we know AJ is on our tail. Right-hander here. Just making it work. Touch of the barrier though. This is the fast flowing section. If you get this right, you've got a really good exit here. But AJ seems to have a better run than we do as he's on our inside. We're going to brake, using the barrier a little bit to scrub off a little bit of speed. This car is incredibly rapid when it wants to be. But the brakes don't seem to be able to control the speed. They don't seem to be designed for the speed this car can do, let's put it that way. They don't stop you well enough. So I'd say the downside to this car is its braking ability is poor. You have to allow for that and try and brake earlier, which obviously means you're going slower. So it's trying to counter that as much as possible. But we are in first place. AJ is on our tail though, who is not letting us get away. Left-hander now, we're back into the underground section. This is going to be a tight left-hander all the way round. Second braking point there because we couldn't make it round otherwise. Right-hander braking a bit early, turning a bit early. That was a mistake in that bit there. Now we're back outside. AJ is on our outside now, left-hander. We're going to start the final lap as we cross the line with a gap of 0.7 seconds, the exact same or near enough the same as the end of the first lap. The gap hasn't changed. That means that AJ is not catching, but we're also not disappearing down the road. But can we make this count? Got to beat AJ. We're getting ready to come in back inside the stadium section. The left-hander here, we've used the barrier quite a bit to actually scrub some speed off in that section. Didn't need to that time. And I would say by the mini-map, that gap may have grown, and it has a little bit. 0.9 seconds ahead. Bit of a barrier touch there, that will bring him back towards us a little bit. The right-hander, I think has done pretty well there. A long right-hander by the end of it. Left-hander here, followed by a quick right. Can we get this car around? We can indeed. Keep the speed high as much as we can. And we're near the underground section. Left-hander into the underground now. We know there's not much left of this race. He is catching though. Left-hander now. Bring the car around, get the turn. Followed by the right. AJ's on our tail. See the little marker that tells me he's there. It's going to be a race for the line, isn't it? We've got one more corner, then it's all for the line. All or nothing now. As we're going to cross the line in first place.
Not bad. Not bad at all, don't you think? I'm talking about myself, of course, and that was me at like 80%. So I'm feeling pretty good about my chances next season. Think I'm really coming back. So you better watch out. Oh, and yeah, you know, you were pretty good too. But I guess I don't need to tell you that anymore, huh?
So that is the AJ Superstar race finished. 4 wins out of 4. There was only one race that meant we had to do it a second time, and that was Wolverine's Stampede Main Event, where he tried a different car and didn't work really well, so he went to a different one instead. Other than that, all the races were done at the first attempt, bar one. I'm pretty impressed. Wolverine, extremely pleased. That first race, where he managed to get that burst of speed out of the exit of the final corner, was incredible. It's one of the best pieces of driving I've seen from Wolverine so far to date. Now, for those of you wondering, it's not over. We are continuing the Dirt series. We have purchased the DLC. I've talked about it a little bit previously. And that's where some of the new cars came from as well. We are going to continue with the DLC events. We're going to aim to do the Platinum Trophy. We currently just need the Gymkhana, score, drive a certain of the 1,000 miles, and reach level 50. That's the only 3 trophies for the Platinum. Everything else, I'm not too worried about the DLC trophies, but we're going to aim to complete the DLC as well. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this series, and I hope you'll join us for the DLC. If you are enjoying this content or anything on the channel, don't forget to subscribe. A like does help as well. And a fantastic end before we start the DLC. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.